This is Harris Jubert with Sleepy Creek Apiary, and I'm out in my experimental yard. Oh, who am I kidding? All my yards are experimental yards. I've been trying for a week to get a video out to you guys on yellowjacket control. The experiment is ongoing. I'm not sure how we're going to determine results, but we're giving it a shot. So my conclusions on this are that they're attracted, the yellowjackets are attracted to syrup, so are the honeybees. If there's meat involved, it keeps the bees away to a degree. There's one or two in there most of the time checking things out, but even if there's a little collateral damage to the honeybees from them consuming a little bit of boric acid, if we can wipe out or really control the yellowjacket population, they won't be taking their toll on the bees. So it's you know, we might have a little collateral damage, but I got a concoction going now that I think might work better. So I brought out a can of cat food, and yellowjackets would land on it, but they weren't eating it. I believe they didn't like the gravy. So I went in the house and I mixed some up with some tuna fish and brought it back out, and and mashed up the cat food after rinsing the gravy off. And as you can see, they're all over it. So once I knew they were consuming it, I went in and put boric acid in it and brought out another can, and they're in there consuming it. So this may be one of the better ways to get the boric acid into them. Because the honeybees don't seem to be interested in it at all, and you can keep it closer to where you're feeding. Where my other experiments, you know, when I had some syrup in them, I kept it, you know, away from the open feeder, though I did put some right out on some of the hives when I did the rabbits. So some of the clips in here will have rabbit carcasses in them. As some of you know, we raised quite a few rabbits, and some of them just die. They're the bottom of the food chain. And so I used some of those in my earlier experiments, figuring out what to do. So with yellowjackets, the queens are being made right now. Everybody tells you to catch the queens in the spring when they come out, and that's great if you can catch them. I've struggled with that. But they're made now, and they come out and get mated, and then they hibernate for the winter. So if we can get poison to go back to the colony while they're making the queens, we should be able to control the number of queens that are coming out, which should control the yellowjacket populations next year. Now, the area that I've been testing right in front of my shop, there are a few yellowjackets there, but there aren't even, I don't know, a tenth of what was there a week ago when I first started my experiments. Out here closer to my open feeder, there's a lot more yellowjackets hanging out, and these boxes were uncapped nectar, and so I'd brought them out to be robbed out, so they're still all over them. So it's a great place to get it where they want it. And with this, we can probably take it right out into the colonies, put it on the ground out there where the yellowjackets are hovering around looking for dead bees, and get some control. Now, if you leave it laying out there on the ground, the animals are going to eat it at night probably. So you probably want to pick it up or keep it up high enough they can't get in it. But I'll have some other clips on here with some of the other experiments I tried, and then we'll roll with that. So we've had quite a few new subscribers. Like you guys to know, there's quite a few videos on my channel with a lot of information. Any new beekeepers, they're trying to learn this, there's a video back there somewhere that tells of a lot of other really good videos to watch to help your education in beekeeping. it really helps if you guys hit the like button, make a comment on it. Doesn't have to even be an important comment. Those things just kick it up where more people are seeing what I'm putting out. I don't plug for the channel very often, but you know, the more support we can get, the better. It takes a lot of work to do these videos. This one has been extremely trying. Just trying to get the right amount of information out there to you. So hopefully I'll have what you need in the next clips, and you guys can start getting control. We probably should have started this a couple of months ago, or something that you do continually. I don't know, but you guys can work with some of it, experiment and comment, and we'll see if we can come up with something that works well. Yes, we're continuing the experiment. So the cat food and tuna mix got completely consumed out there. So I bought some cheap tuna, if you can call it cheap, but it's not quality tuna I'm gonna eat, since we live right next to the ocean and get good fresh tuna to can. I mixed half a teaspoon of boric acid into this can of tuna fish, and now I'm going to take it out there and place it and see if they'll consume it the same. I'm liking this system because I think it can be done pretty easy. We'll get it out there and see if they'll eat it. So there's yesterday's can, completely emptied out, and they're on this tuna fish right now. So it's, you know, not early in the morning, but it's still a little chilly out here. And about all that's in the feeder right now are yellow jackets. A few honeybees buzzing around, but not many. If a person got out here, you know, just at daybreak, and got out some poison syrup, the only thing flying are the yellow jackets. But you're gonna have to get it put away or closed up before the honeybees start flying. And there's always a few early ones, but they sucked this thing dry yesterday. So I think I'll make up a few more of these for a couple of my other yards. See if we can get rid of these damn things. These guys have skeletonized this carcass, which is what they do, eating down everywhere they can. I was pouring the mixture with boric acid and sugar on it, and they were sucking that down as quick as they could. I've also been pouring a mixture of boric acid and sugar that I have here whenever they get it opened up a little bit, so it kind of absorbs into the meat and they continue to eat it. Here I have taken some rabbit quarters and put good cuts in them and inoculated them with the boric acid and sugar, and that's the only thing getting in this bucket. There are dead yellow jackets in the bucket, which my intention is not for them to die here. It's to take this back to their colony and hopefully wipe it out from there. So this system seems to be functional and working. Even when I put a heavy syrup with the boric acid in around the meat, the bees don't seem to touch it. The meat smell keeps them away, but the yellow jackets just consume it immediately. So this would be great if this will work to control some of the yellow jacket population this time of year. Morning, Sally. Annie, guys eating your breakfast. It's like you're already done, huh, Hot Rod? All right, I'm gonna wrap up on this yellow jacket killing thing. I think the boric acid's gonna work, but I can't test it because I don't know where the colonies are at. So we're just gonna have to feed it and try. I wish I started earlier. So it's going on the calendar for next year. Start poisoning these things probably mid-July. And now I'll have a better concoction to put together. And this experimenting with this has taken up a lot of time. I've also seen that Frontline, the flea and tick medicine, that it kills colonies very, very quickly. Someone puts them in a tuna fish can and put it next to a colony of, or a hive of yellow jackets they knew was there, and they were dead the next day, whole thing. So it's a lot more expensive than the boric acid. So play with this, do more research, send me information if you get it. We need to get a little control of these bastards. Maybe learning how to control these is going to help us control the murder hornet when it shows up, because it's coming. Some places already believe they have it, and that it's been established for a while. So I don't know, one more pest control. Thanks for watching, guys.